3D up close and personal.
I'm David.
I'm Danielle.
And I'm Darryl. 3D up close and personal.
We have Tashina as our returning guest. This is episode 1 of season 2, Making the First Move.
Making the first move, trying to get the first date. Knowing what to say before it's too late.
Approaching and communicating with a potential mate for the first time. The first subtopic is
what to say when you meet somebody.
in this day and age.
You need good timing, confidence, a simple opener, awareness of body language, curiosity, and be direct.
You can approach your potential mate.
Hi. How you doing?
I hope the breath is fresh. You going up to a stranger saying hi.
You're saying hi, but in reality, your breath is saying,
Hello. They pulling up their shirt. You're like, what's going on? I forgot my mask.
That mask probably saved a couple people when he's wearing mine.
What would you say, David, for the first time saying something to a potential mate?
Always got to tell them that they're good looking or they're pretty.
You can compliment their good-smelling perfume or even their car.
Or something like that. You got to give them some kind of compliment or compliment something that they're wearing. It's got to be within the first sentence or two. Get a read for the reception. If they smile back like they're digging it, move forward. Sometimes they'll let you know right away that they're not interested, or else they got somebody, or or they're just not interested in you. And if they are interested, hey, I want to introduce myself. My name's David. That's pretty much how I get it started.
That sounds simple enough.
Making the first move, trying to get the first date. Knowing what to say before it's too late. Gotta give it a try. Gotta take the chance. Take the first move. Start the romance.
Icebreakers. Now, I got one.
Darryl says you can walk over to a woman and start breathing heavy.
She say, what's wrong? I say, you took my breath away.
Does that really work?
It might if you're dramatic with it.
This guy came to me. He just looked at me. He just draw his head back, laid squint his eyes, and he said, you know what? I think I love you. I said, love me? He said, yeah. I said, why? He was like, why not? I said, you know what? You're right. God said you're supposed to love everybody.
Another icebreaker. Let's commit the perfect crime together. I'll steal your heart, then you can steal mine. Oh my God.
That's a good one.
That's kind of cute.
Making the first move with online dating is you might meet your soulmate and your villain in the same week. That's scary.
I mean, it's as simple as just reading that first initial message. If you're not interested just off what you see on their profile, that ends it all right there.
Another icebreaker is letting a woman go first through an automatic door opener coming in or out of a building.
Door is not automatic. She's coming out, and you hold the door for her.
You got to be quick. You got to grab them if you're going to try to talk to them when they're on their way out.
Well, if you go in the store first, and then you see them, you wait for them, and you open the door while they're walking in. She's on the phone. Don't even try. Don't waste your time. What about nonverbal communication? Because sometimes you can talk to somebody, their arms are folded, or they show some kind of nonverbal communication that they might not be interested, or they might be interested.
Interesting.
Well, there's all kinds of ways. It could be hand gestures, eye contact, a facial expression. Some people might have disorders that make them not the best at having that nonverbal communication, or it could be misread. I've seen people who have, what they call RBF.
What the heck is that?
Resting B face.
Resting B face? Oh, you was keeping me clean. Oh, thank you very much.
No problem.
Making the first move, trying to get the first date. Knowing what to say before it's too late. Gotta give it a try, gotta take a chance. Make it the first move to start the romance.
Making the first move can feel scary.
But it's really just you giving life a chance to surprise you.
When you see someone you might want as a potential date or partner,
Don't overthink it.
confidence isn't being perfect.
It's being willing to try.
A simple smile
A friendly hey.
or a quick compliment can open the door without pressure.
The goal isn't to impress them with a speech.
It's to create a moment where
Where two people
can connect naturally. Even if it doesn't turn into anything,
you still win because you showed courage.
you practiced confidence and you didn't let fear make the decision for you.
Sometimes the best relationships start with one brave second where somebody chose to say hello.
Signs that people are not interested in you.
Person, if they're not interested, messing around on the phone, not paying you no attention, not making an effort to continue on the conversation. Like, if you have to constantly fill in the blanks, that I think that says a lot about if somebody's either not very good at having conversations.
Tashina, can you give us an example of somebody showing them signs that they're not interested?
Like, let's say you're at a restaurant. I feel like if they look more engaged, then I would be able to tell that they're interested. But if they're just going to sit in back, like Danielle said, on their phone, looking around and not really answering your questions or giving you one-word answers, or they could just be a direct person. So I think they maybe not be able to go off of one nonverbal communication aspect and kind of like as a whole. If most of the time it just seems like you weren't really engaging and there's no connection, that would be a clear sign that they're not interested. Especially if you don't hear from them, the next day.
Yeah. 2 weeks.
A 2-week mark. Oh, no.
I gotta give it a try. Brighter skies in a way. Making the first move on. Feel the spark ignite.
What about signs of showing that they are approachable or interested?
They might be like leaning forward a little bit, speaking to you, smiling, very interested. If you were to tell them, oh, I'm going for, or I'm trying to start my own business, they'll ask you questions about it, like, oh, well, what got you interested in that? And they just want you to expand on that kind of, and whatever you're speaking about, that shows that they're quite interested in what you have, and they're paying attention as well.
What about small talk? People run out of stuff to say and start talking about the weather.
I don't really like small talk. I like talking about actual things. Maybe that's just me personally. It's hard for me just to ask like random little things. I like to know people's aspirations and know what they're doing with their life and where their mindset is at, where they're at in their journey. I prefer to have deeper conversations, but that's just me personally.
I totally agree about the small talk. People have from different walks of life, different experiences, and you may not align on small talk, topics, but I like to do, like when I'm at work, when I engage with my coworkers, I'm like, hey, how everybody doing? What did you do this weekend? Having those open-ended questions and giving people opportunity to share what they're interested in.
I stayed at home when I binge watched on Netflix.
Binge watching. That could be addictive, especially when you got free time and food.
I mean, that's something. Hey, what did you watch? How was that Netflix? What are you interested in as far as watching on Netflix? And you can expand on that. Like, I think when you ask those open-ended questions.
Or maybe a direct question.
Key words that people may say that let you know they're in a relationship.
That's a good one. I never thought about that. I mean, I could just hear people normally say they're in a relationship. Hey, I'm committed. And if they talk about their life, like say, hey, we went somewhere this weekend and don't necessarily say who we is, that could insinuate that they may have a partner.
We went there. We did this. Sometimes I experience women say, my husband or my boyfriend or my partner.
Or my guy.
You never know. Like, for instance, there's a woman, I was talking to her and I asked her where her husband is. She said, I'm waiting on God to send me a man. And I said, who you think sent me? She said, I'm waiting on God to send me a man.
I don't think she would really know, but that we're going to go with that.
In her eyesight, you are not the one.
Tell me this, David, key words that tell you that they're in a relationship when you first meet somebody.
Usually they'll be very direct when it comes to something like that. I got somebody, I'm in a relationship. Usually people be pretty direct.
I was just wondering if it's regional.
You mean like regions or areas of countries that the people may be more friendly or more assertive or maybe unapproachable?
One girl, she was a little aggressive. She said, what, you want to meet my husband? I was like, no, I don't want to fight. I was just trying to talk to you. I didn't see no wedding rings.
Well, I just found a small list on how to see if the person you're interested in is dating somebody. A few things you could do is to go look online. Sometimes people have their statuses online, relationship status. You can use search engines to look people up. But, you gotta Google them. That's how you get that started. Ask people that may know them. Maybe rumors. You don't always want to rely on rumors, but they could be useful. Talking to them and see how the conversation, if they mention like, hey, I did this with my girlfriend, or like I said earlier, if they hint to a we, it could be possible that they're with somebody. And then you could just ask them, like, if you really just want to know.
It's timing. You meet somebody, maybe at the store or somewhere. When is the timing right where
You want to make an information exchange, whether it be telephone number, email, social media handle, or using a messaging app.
Ain't no time like the present. I mean, it just depends, I guess, on the vibe. Because if it's an opportunity where you might not see them again, like I heard people's stories, like they were working on a cruise ship together, working on a project, and they might not see each other again. They go ahead and exchange that information. So I think it just depends on if you think this person is potentially interested in you, and are you willing to make yourself vulnerable and go for the leap and ask for that information.
When I get told no, I say, I feel better already. They see what you mean. I say, because I don't have to go back to the car or go to my phone and play Best of Brian McKnight. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. At least I did ask, even though you said no. Well, that was a strikeout, but at least I knew. Sometimes people, whether a male or female, there might be an opportunity, but somebody didn't go forward. It's okay for a woman to say, can we exchange numbers? There's some shy guys out there. And there's some guys that have fear of rejection. I wear emotional raincoat. I've been told no since I was 1.
There's so many different levels of saying yes and saying no. Ask some girls for their number, and sometimes they will say no, and sometimes they'll say yes, and they'll give you the number, and sometimes they'll give you the number and may talk like once or twice, and then don't move forward from there, or just may not, or might be interested and talk more. There's just so many different levels.
Some women may be apprehensive and won't give a guy their phone number, but they might give them the email address or a way to contact them through social media.
Like I said, they got those dummy numbers now, so you can give out the number and change it. It's my Skype number.
Yeah. It was a guy named Bobby DeBard. He was in a group called Switch, and he had a monologue before the song. He said, when I was a little boy, I was immature things. He said, are you going to call me? Is this your real phone number?
Yeah, it's real, all right.
Yeah. I think we had a great episode for now, but we'll be back. And this is 3D Up Close and Personal.
I'm David.
I'm Danielle.
I'm Darryl. 3D Up Close and Personal with our special guest, Tashina. And thank you for coming. Thank everybody for listening.
3D Up Close and Personal, a podcast relationship show.
This is 3D Up Close and Personal, the relationship podcast.
Season 2, Episode 1.
We want to thank you for listening and being part of our growing audience.
With 23 episodes across 22 platforms,
you can tune in anytime, anywhere.
We're proud to hold 5-star ratings on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
And to be heard in multiple cities and countries around the world.
3D Up Close and Personal is produced by Parks Media Group, PMG.
Copyright 2026.
All rights reserved.
3D Up Close and Personal. They talk about that.
Like and subscribe and share.